Hey everyone, KIC here, and it looks like someone found me. Well, if you haven't guessed by now, it's 7 Days to Die, and this is the next episode in the series. Basically spent the night, well, you can kind of see, carving out a little bit more space, but not a whole lot. Put a bunch of junk in storage that I don't need right now. I think someone just heard me there. That's just fine. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take that and one of those and one of those. While I'm thinking about this, I want to say, let's hope I remember this correctly. That, and that gets me a weapon repair kit. Ha! Look at that. Perfect. And let's go ahead and just repair that guy right now. And I'll go ahead and put these back in there. Anyway, as I was saying, I put a few things together, made an iron ingot mold, have some... Well, I think I have one ingot left because I decided to make a pickaxe, because at some point, it seems like I will want to go digging, or at the very least mining. So I'm going to go ahead and crawl my way out of this hole and see what's waiting for me up top. It looks like I have a few folks, and there's our first contender in Welcome to Fight Club. Okay, that would be one. You're about to fall in, are you? Maybe not. Yep. Yeah, this is probably dangerous. Oh, I love when you hit everything except what they're aiming at. Because yes, what I really want to do is beat on the grass. Because that makes oh so much sense. Come on. This is just silly. I'm gonna die at this rate, and all I'm trying to do is get out of my hole in the ground. Really? Jeez. No, I think they're all dead at this point. That's a good thing. And, yeah, I guess I can go ahead and try and climb my way out at this point. Well, I should probably check these guys really quick. Nothing. Hey, look at that. Replace the one I used. That's moderately helpful. Nothing. Couple bars. That's not too bad. What about you? You don't have anything, and the nurse is gone. So, pipes rather, not bars. You know what I mean. So let me go ahead and finish cutting my way out of here. Unfortunately, I did not have enough iron to make a shovel. That would have been helpful, because this just takes way too dang long. Okay, I'm not going to leave that wide open to the world, which means I need to fill that one first, and then that one, and now that one. So, not really sure what the plan is at this point, other than let's kind of take a look and see. Might as well work on that while I'm doing things. Pretty sure I have a lot of options around. You know, I think I'm going to go ahead and hit the farm. With all the talk of 8.7 being a little less forgiving on food, that seems to make pretty decent sense to me at this point. And for now, I'm going to go ahead and chow down on some Chef Boyardee. And I could use a little bit more water here. You know what, let's go with 2. Don't have a whole lot of water left over. I don't remember if I even left any in my little box back there. And then I'll need to figure out what I'm going to do for the night. I'm not necessarily opposed to the location, but I do kind of think I would like to be a little bit more south, just because that'd be putting me closer to areas where I can get more durable crafting resources to use. Namely, stone and broken stone. Granted, I could just mine myself away here until I have enough stone that theoretically I'd be okay. It's just the broken stone's a little faster to get. And then the cinder blocks, you put those two things together and you have instant concrete, and that's kind of hard to argue with. But, like I said, I do have some options here, so I'm not overly concerned. And there's a lot of corn out here. Don't necessarily need a ton, but... Ah, dang it. Thought I could just time that right. Apparently not. But corn would definitely be helpful at this point. Come on. Another thing. I know there's some folks around who are not happy with me. That's okay. They don't need to be. Ah, yeah, that's the trick. Pick from the top. Not from the bottom. So, I'm just going to kind of help myself here to a bunch of corn. And I know it's going to arouse company. I love when the wildlife decides to just plow through everything. Good times, good times. I suppose at some point I should probably make a bucket, because that would be helpful to have that, so I can set up some farming. But as I have said, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to build just yet, so technically I'm not ready to farm just yet. Fullness 2, not much, but you can make stuff out of corn, which is the good news. I'm going to get a full selection of corn. 64, there we go, perfect. Might as well pick up a rock while I'm here. Okay, so went ahead and hit that. I'm going to go ahead and continue on down the road, and I think I might go check out Dyersville. Been saying Dyersville, but if you look at how it's spelled, it's D-I-E-R. Technically, that would mean Dyersville, not Dyersville. But whatever. I don't think it really matters too much. Perhaps it does to someone somewhere, and I'm being rude by saying it doesn't. Now, the other interesting thing that's going to happen today is at some point in the next couple of hours, I'm going to run across the bridge here so I don't fall in. Yep, gotta love that. And about 2.5 hours, should get the first airdrops of the game. Not sure what to expect with those. Again, talk is that they have been turned down in terms of the amount and even the types of loot that they provide. And my one experience thus far has been not bad. I got a fair amount of water and other stuff out of it in another save I had going on. Certainly not anything I would complain about. Unfortunately, I don't have any empty jars, or I could scoop up some water here. You know what? I said I wouldn't pick up any extra eggs. Not gonna, eggs. Feathers. Sorry, I was thinking, well, maybe I should check that and see if there's eggs, and I can always use the eggs to make some sort of edible thing. But not going to worry about that right now. And I'll deal with the indigestion here because I know I'm going to a place where there's a lot of zombies. Kind of just planning on hitting some cars and other things quickly. Not necessarily looking at staying around for too long. Kind of want to be ready to move in about 2 hours. When that first airdrop comes down, I want to be able to move quickly, track it down, and see how many of them I can get at once. And here comes the first dog, and the second dog. Wow, this is stupid. Let's see if I can not die. Nope, I can die. Gotta love that. Well, that makes it a little more difficult to be ready to go in 2 hours. Let's see what happens if I do that. Good, now I don't have to dig. But that does mean I have to go find my stuff. Well, at least the dogs are dead. That's the good news. Bad news is I still need to go get all my stuff. I tell you, first time I played this game, didn't really have much problem with dying. And that was really my playthrough of 8.6. I mean, yeah, I died here and there, don't get me wrong, but to have died twice by 10 a.m. on the second day, I was not doing that. I thought you're supposed to get better the more you play, not worse. Apparently, I don't follow the standards. Hooray for me. Try not to run too much just because I don't want to use too much extra food and water, especially when I just died and, well, I think I had more food and water in me than I did when I spawned, so that kind of stinks. Bit of a waste. But I know I will find some additional stuff in the city, so not too big a deal. I guess technically not a city, but you know. See if there's anything cool in the car. Ah, more lead weights. Not really at a point where I'm going to be able to make ammunition just yet. I mean, I guess technically I could, but I'm not really at the point where I'm ready to jump into the manufacturing game. So I'll go ahead and take those for now, but it's kind of with the understanding that I might just decide to drop them if I find something more useful. Wow, feathers, feathers, feathers. I'll take those, since I'm just talking about manufacturing ammunition. Might as well. How close are you guys? Not close enough to worry just yet. And a battery. There's some more lead. Why not? Nope. More scrap iron. I can't argue with that. Really? Please don't be alive. Okay, good. I was about to say, that's really, really unfair if those dogs are still alive when I know they died. But luckily, cooler heads prevailed, and they are indeed dead. Okay, just getting some stuff. Man, I hear a lot of shuffling. Hope it's not a horde already. That would not be good. Well, I still have an hour to run around and kind of check stuff out. Not sure if I should go checking in garages for power tools. Let's see, where am I at? I think, if I remember correctly, the northernmost set of garages... Hey, look at that. I am happy about finding a shovel. I think the northernmost set of garages has more garage cardboard boxes. There's two different cardboard boxes, unless they've added additional ones. And the ones that are labeled garage at least used to have a higher chance of... Well, I guess I'll take it. Used to have a higher chance of basically the power tools, auger, chainsaw, that sort of thing, spawning in them. Man, these guys move way too quick now. Really messes with my timing. Water, good stuff. Definitely take that. Corpse, we got nothing. And I don't need feathers right now. Okay. I'm going to hit these as quickly as I can, knowing that I'm going to turn around and run shortly. There we go. That's... Nope, that's a regular cardboard box. Yeah, no, that's good stuff. I will take cloth. Food, including potatoes, I can turn that into seeds, and that might be the beginnings of a potato farm. One can hope. At the very least, it would be nice to have a couple of different things going. Granted, I do have some blueberries, so I could always plant them. They don't necessarily... That's the one I was talking about, garage storage. The blueberries don't necessarily provide the most food per item, but hey, you can get a bunch of them pretty quickly. Nurse might have something useful. And besides, they're getting pretty close. Oh, she did have something useful. What do you know? Let's check the trash can. Why not? Okay. Still checking everything. Don't really want it, but hey, it's food. I can't really argue with it right now. And a pie. You know what? Let's go ahead and eat the pie right now because that sucker stinks. Okay. And I need some water here. I need to go hit that one directly across the way still. Dog food. More cloth. Anything here? Nope. Purse could have something good. Hunting knife book. Dad, I think I already read that one, didn't I? You're screaming at me going, you already read that one. Well, maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm confusing that with my other game where I had read pretty much everything in short order because I started in Gravetown. Or nearby it, I should say. I'm not a big fan of the hunting knife, so don't necessarily look for me to make one right now. The timing on it is just a little funky. And yeah, ooh, that was fun. It's about 12 o'clock. And I'm just about in the middle of the street, so let's go ahead and get to a vantage point. I was going to say, the hunting knife, the timing is a little funky, and I'm more used to the spiked club than I am the hunting knife, so not really going to worry about making one of those. Sounds like the plane is to my right. Where are you? Okay, I'm making a beeline for it. Both of them, if I can. I know, maybe not necessarily the best stuff in there. And yeah, I'm going to end up burning a bunch of food and water running there, and I can't pass up a car on the way. But, let's see, that one's going to land on the street, I think, or at least directly west of the street. Touch south of it, so I'm going to go to this one first. That one will be easy to find. So let's go to the one that's potentially more difficult to locate. And I wouldn't be surprised if in a few minutes now I'll hear another plane fly by, potentially dropping another crate. So this will be kind of exciting. What do you guys think it's going to be? A good one or a bad one? I mean, obviously I'm hoping for good stuff in here, but no guarantee. Not at all. Okay, there it is coming down. I've already lost sight of the other one, but again, it's kind of along the road. I think this one's going to end up hovering because it's going to land right on the river. Although, since I'm at the river, this is a good opportunity to go ahead and fill those bad boys up. And in the off chance I find some decent stuff in here, I'm going to break a couple things down right quick. That way I have a couple more inventory spots. Alright, what do we got? Wow. That was not a bad box by any stretch. Glass, you go away. Sorry, you lose every time. And now I can pick it back up. Ha, look at that. So, got a schematic, got a book. That's pretty awesome. Got a bunch of antibiotics. Got a bunch of pills. Didn't really get much for food or water. I mean, a little bit. Or maybe I already had those. I don't know. That wasn't bad in my book. Granted, I'm kind of a fan of antibiotics and painkillers early on. But still. Yeah, I mean, some rebar and some cobblestone and that sort of stuff would have been cool, but early on, I don't know. I just, maybe it's me, but I consider that kind of stuff pretty useful. Granted, I wouldn't have minded finding a bunch of water, but still, not bad. Not at all. Okay, now I'm going to have to play the Where Did It Land game. Where did it land? I know it'll be in this general area here. I think it's going to be further west, but I think I'm right about at the proper north-south location. I think it's going to be right around in here. Again, probably shouldn't be running around that much. Let me get up here just so I'm a little bit higher. See if it turns up somewhere. Make sure it's not on the other side over here. Big rock. More rocks. Not seeing it. I wish I could... Oh, that's interesting. I have never had that happen before. Huh. That is weird. Apparently, I am now broken. You know what it is? Ah, I do. No, maybe I don't. Huh. Well, I don't know what that was about. I thought, perhaps, it was a cat lying down on a keyboard. I do have a Bluetooth keyboard in another room that sometimes decides it is still connected with this computer, and every once in a while, funny stuff will happen. But I was definitely not jumping there so much as being bounced by the environment. It sounded like there was something there. I half wonder if... I should go back and look at that. If perhaps there's a crate buried under the hillside there, because that's about where I would expect it to turn up. I mean, at this point, I'm pretty sure I've gone farther than it would have possibly gone, and I'm not seeing anything. I mean, look at that. I'm already at the church. Granted, I've gone further south than it should be, but pretty sure I've gone further west than it should be, too. Yeah, I've gone way further south than it should be, but I don't know. That's what I get for being bounced around and running around like an idiot, so... Go ahead and cut back north here, and at this point, might as well start getting rid of some stuff. Go ahead and eat that again, and I'll just deal with the consequences. Where are we at now? Still further south than it should be, because remember, it would have been right in here. Pretty sure it wouldn't have made it this far to this side of the little lake. It would be on the eastern side of it, but I'm checking over here. Oh, you know what? I bet that's it right there. Yep, that's it right over there. Okay, cool. Granted, I might not have enough inventory slots to pick everything up, but if that's the case, then I will eat more cat food and that sort of stuff. Definitely going to have to make myself some water. That's unfortunate. But I can always run back into the town there, and I can go through the houses. Okay, so compared to the previous one, this is not as good. I already have that book, because that was the one I found in the other. What to do? Let's eat the cat food. And that'll drop on the ground, and I can pick it up in a minute. So, let's eat the cat food. And I'll collect those. Yep, I don't need reloading weekly. Good to go. So, I'm going to go ahead and head back to Deersville now. I should probably drop this stuff off, actually. How close am I to... I almost don't want to go drop it off over there. I kind of want to drop it off somewhere else. Maybe over here. Although that's pretty close to the church. Maybe down here. That's pretty close to... Scenic overlook. Maybe over here, kind of behind the church. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and go up there. I'm going to head that way right now. And then that does put me close to a couple of things. There's some cabins over there that I can go hit for potentially some food, and if not, or water rather, and if not, since they do seem to like to spawn jars, then potentially I could do that, and perhaps in day 3... I can head south and collect a bunch of sand so I can make some glass jars. I'll need to leave an empty one so I can make the mold, of course. But that doesn't seem like a bad plan. So I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode right here. Thanks for bearing with me while I track those 2 supply crates down. And I will see you guys next time. So thanks for watching. See you later.